Hello my friends, time for another video. I am playing PLO5 High-Low today, something different. Usually I'm playing 6-card PLO. Today we're playing 2 tables of 5-card PLO High-Low. Both tables are 10-20 with one has a 4 ante and one has a 2 ante. And one table I'm playing heads up, and the other table is three-handed. So I'll be flipping back and forth between both tables. I hope that's not too confusing. I hope it's not too difficult to follow as a viewer of the video. But unfortunately, this app doesn't allow me to display both tables at once. So that's just the way it's got to be. One player just quit in this game. That's too bad. I think he might have been the weaker spot in the table. But I'm going to keep playing for a while. I'm winning on this table, and I have a 40-minute call time, which in this club means that I am required to continue to play either until I'm no longer winning, until I'm losing again, or for an additional 40 minutes, whichever comes first, before I can quit. Can't quit if you're winning. Have to play at least an hour as a winner. Oh good, this player came back. So in this hand here, I've got the nut high with the not great low, and I think my high is good, but there's a chance I'm being quartered. I could pot here, but I think I'm just going to call and see what happens. Yeah, my high was good. Oh, and my low was good too, so I scooped him. But I don't think that he was going to call if I raised. So I'm not disappointed in that hand there. I had some reasoning to believe that my high was good, but I wasn't narrating the hand, so I'm not going to get into it right now. So for this video, I'm playing 5-card, which isn't my best game, so we can learn together. I'll still be talking about my strategy and my thinking for each hand. And I'm likely to make some mistakes, but that's okay. We can discuss them and learn together. Another thing to mention is in this club, this is a private club that I'm playing in. On this table, you have to have a minimum VPIP of 60%. You have to put money into the pot, not counting the blinds. You have to add money to the pot 60% of your hands before the flop. So I'm going to be playing a lot of hands I might not otherwise play, raising a lot of hands on the button that I might not otherwise raise. That I'm going to be playing hands that I wouldn't play if I wasn't required to keep my VPIP above a certain amount. But my opponent has to do the same, so it's not unfair. So on this board, I flop basically no high draw, just the wheel, but I have the nut low draw. But I'm not gonna bluff. I'm just gonna try to take my free card, try to get the nut low, and then maybe free roll from there. This hand I don't have much, but I think it's worth firing just to try to bet him off whatever he's got. No, didn't work. But my low is good. No, he had ace-5. His low is good. Oh, that's a shame. And this hand now, he's checked it to me twice, so I think I have to go for this deal here. I still have the nut low draw on this board, so that's some good backup if I get called. This hand is pretty bad, so even though I'm supposed to play a lot of hands, I'm folding this one. And there, that bluff worked on this table, so that's good news for me. Oh, wow. This hand's not very good, but he only min-raised, so I guess I'll see a flop. Not a good flop. I could bluff at it, represent the jack, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take a peek at that hand that he called me with, see what he called me with. He had the second nut low, And oh, he just had a really bad high. He just had the 9 deuce. I wonder if I could have bluffed him off of it somewhere if I'd bet harder. Well, I did bet the turn in the river, so maybe he was getting stubborn. He just completed here in the small blinds. I'm just gonna pot him with my aces. And there's a good chance my ace-4 is a decent low. Since he only completed, I don't put him on ace-deuce, and he might not have ace-3, so my ace-4 could be good here. And I still have top pair, so I'm just going to bet 2/3 and probably bet pot on most turns. Yeah, most turns, that's right. Got a backdoor flush draw here. That card comes in, gives him a backdoor flush. Might have the best low right now. The best low draw if he doesn't have ace-3, or he might have ace-4, although I've got aces and 4s blocked pretty hard, but definitely with this hand I'm potting this turn. I don't really have anything. I would have liked him to fold there since I didn't have anything on the turn, just a pair of aces, just one pair for the high. Ooh, this is a great spot now. I made the nut flush, and I've got a really good low, so I'm really happy to get everything in here. Oh, unless he has 9, 10 of hearts. I didn't even see that, but I'm not too worried about that. Yep, so he had the nut low. He was chasing, well, he had bottom 2 pair. So he was chasing his low, really. And then we end up splitting that pot, so that's fine. Yeah, this is a good hand here, but I'm not going to re-raise. Maybe if my ace was suited, I'd think about it, but it's not a good flop, so I think this is a check fold flop over here. He min raised, or 2.5x, so I'm just going to call him small blind. Yeah, I'm going to fold here. This is an interesting flop. I'm open-ended with the nut low draw, and I have that ace of diamonds, so I might just fire a couple streets here, which is pretty aggressive, but maybe these guys can't call down. You know, they can't have the nut flush draw, so I think that was the best outcome for me. My hand isn't really that great unless a 5 comes, giving me the low and the straight. So I think just taking that pot down on the flop is a good outcome for me. Just knowing that I'm blocking that nut flush draw with that ace of diamonds is what gave me kind of the confidence to bet, and having the low draw as a backup. But of course, that's only good for half the pot, so. So over here, this guy limps on the button, and I think he's not a great player, so I'm going to try to take advantage here and just pot with my ace-deuce, suited ace. Not a good flop for me. No, just the runner low draw and only a pair of 6s. I guess I have the runner flush, so still think that I've got a pot, try to get him off whatever hand he has here. And this hand I don't love, but I gotta keep my VPIP at the 60% if I want to stay in the game, so this flop is a little dangerous for me. I do have trip deuces, but this guy raised before the flop, so there's a good chance he has ace deuce or some other deuce. So gonna kind of take it easy with my trip deuces on this board. The good thing about 5 cards is there's lots of hands that he can bet that don't have a deuce in them before the flop. He doesn't have to have ace deuce, he could have ace 3 or some other hands. He's just betting small, so he could have a deuce, he could have pocket aces, ace queen, just trying to get some free cards, so definitely not folding. Still not loving my hand though. I have an open-ended straight draw now, which isn't really good news, you know, considering he could have pocket queens or queen deuce in his hand. But the good news is there won't be a low, which is probably good for me since I was only having a 6 high runner low draw. So really I'm just hanging on here for dear life with this trip deuces. Could already be crushed. He's betting a third of the pot again. A little more than a third of the pot. But I'm gonna stick around. But trip deuces, don't feel like folding it yet. And now I made the worst full house. Probably calling most river bets, and he just checked. He just gave up. So he just wanted a cheap showdown. He could have just been bluffing. Probably he had something like ace-ace, I think. Maybe he had ace-6, but it didn't make a boat. I think he probably had ace-ace and was looking for a cheap showdown there, which is totally reasonable. This hand isn't very good. Maybe I can steal with it though, so in this hand I think I just gotta keep calling to keep my VPIP above 60%. I got repotted here with this king, queen, jack, jack, 9. I don't think it's good enough to call, so I'm just folding. This isn't a good flop for my hand. I'm just gonna check and fold, I guess. Given oh, he's doing the same thing here, betting a third of the pot. But I don't. Of course, when you're playing an exploitive or a non-exploitive style to be not non-exploitive and to not be exploited, I think you have to call or raise there a lot. But I'm not doing that with this guy. Generally in this club the players are pretty weak, so I'm not playing I am playing an exploitive style, not playing any kind of game theory optimal style. So can give him that little bet there and fold to it. If he keeps doing that, I'm gonna have to adjust tactics though. He's taking his time. Is he in a big pot on the table? No, he's just away from his keyboard, or he's busy changing his avatar maybe. I almost could re-raise here. Something about deuce 3, 4, 5, you know, where if you re-raise, maybe you get ace 3 or ace 4 to fold some of the time. Well, let's try it. Let's put it into action. I've been so passive lately. There, and he folded. Who knows what hand he had, but I don't think I had 3-bet him before the flop yet this session, so that was a good, I think that was kind of a fun hand to turn into kind of a bluff. Oh, I hate this hand, but I just want to get my VPIP back up above 60% before I get booted from this table. So the requirement for this table is to have your VPIP at 60% or above, and they give you a couple hands to do it. If you fall below, they don't just immediately boot you, but you will eventually get booted, so I want to get my VPIP back up. Well, I raised pre-flop and a deuce came, so I think I can represent ace-deuce here a lot of the time. So I'm firing. It's going to be really hard for him to continue if he doesn't have a deuce in his hand. No, and he's chasing, so he might have a deuce. He might have pocket 9s, he might have a club draw. But a low card didn't come, so if he had ace-3 and was hoping for some lows, that doesn't help him. So, and no club came, so I am firing again. Total bluff in the dark. Just blasting here. If he's got a deuce, I'm basically just handing him money, but I think that my only chance to win this hand by bluffing, this is a good board to keep firing on. And he calls again. Wow, so he must like his hand. I don't know if it's worth bluffing here again. You know, maybe I get him to fold pocket kings if I pot, but I don't know if he would fold any deuces here. I hate to check and lose to ace queen of clubs, but I don't think I don't really want to give him any more money if he's got the deuce, so I'm just checking. Yeah, he had pocket kings, so, and he had the ace high flush draw, so that makes sense. He's chasing the ace high flush draw, and he's got his pocket kings as backup. Oh, I got removed from this table for my VPIP being too low. That's unfortunate. So now we're down to one table. On this table, I only have to keep my VPIP at 35%, so I'm going to be playing a lot closer to my actual, more usual pre-flop style. That was too bad that I got removed from this table, but it's very expensive to play all those hands. Oh, the other table is only 5-10, of course. One table was 10-20, the other table was 5-10. Suited ace king with the jack, ace 3. We're going to see a flop here. Uh-oh, very much a trouble flop. Second nut low draw. Wow, hit a real miracle card here. So now I've got the nut straight and the second nut low draw. He could have the nut low draw, though he raised pre-flop, so definitely firing, and I think pot is a good bet here. Pretty happy if he folds. Oh, when he repots. Very dangerous. He could be free rolling me with hearts or a better low draw. If I call, he's going to be able to put me all in on the turn. But I am going to call. There might be some rivers I have to fold. Ooh, well, I still have the nut high, but I have well, my low is ace 8, which is a bad low. So if he had ace deuce, he can quarter me here. And he bets pot. I really got to decide. If I call here and he has jack 8 and any low, then I'm quartered, and I'm only going to get... I guess I'm taking the risk of being quartered here. Wow, I quartered him. I guess that's why you take the risk. I don't know, was it a good bluff from him? He's trying to get me to fold and he'd get the whole pot. Maybe it was a good bet from him. Might have been a bad call. Well, here's one of the best hands you can have. Double suited hand, single suited ace, but ace deuce 3, and then 5. Really strong low. Oh, and I raise and I get 3 bet. This is really interesting. I mean, if there was a hand strong enough to 4-bet, this is the hand. But there's also something to be said for just calling here and keeping this other player in. So that's what I'm going to do. Keep this other weaker player in as well. And, you know, reevaluate on the flop. There's lots of flops that I fold with this hand still, so I'm not committed, but on the right flops I can get a lot of money in. This isn't really the good flop for me. I can represent the diamonds if the diamonds come, and I do have kind of a bulletproof low draw. Any low card that comes, I'm going to have the nut low, although I could be sharing with this guy here who 3-bet pre-flop. I don't think I'm going to turn my diamond draw into a bluff here. I just don't think these guys are folding if they have the nut low draw this time. And, you know, there's so many straights and sets out there that aren't folding, so I don't think that was the right flop to turn my hand into a bluff. Ooh, and this guy leads out and this guy repots, so I think this is definitely a fold here. I have that nut low draw, so it sucks to have to get rid of it, not realize my equity, but probably chopping. Ooh, I did have the best low. Oh, that's a shame. I would have got half that pot because this guy 3-bet me pre-flop with suited ace king, jack, 9-3. He only had the ace 3. And this other guy had a terrible hand. He shouldn't have even been in that hand at all. So That's too bad that I got bet off of my hand. What did he 3-bet? Or what did he raise on that turn with? He had just... Wow, just top 2 when there's straights on board. Very ballsy. And this guy's saying he wants me to play faster or he's going to leave. You know, of course I'm playing slower because I'm narrating all my decisions, but I find that helps me focus. So I play better, I think, when I'm doing that. And truth be told, what do I care if he leaves and the session is over? So I wish I could join that other table that they're playing on, but I let my VPIP get too low. On one hand, you know, I didn't think it was worth, you know, spending a lot of money just to get my VPIP up above 70%, you know, putting in money when I'm way behind pre-flop, but I cost myself now a shot at this other player's $2,000, so... Oh, he quit. Well, that was a really short video. Too bad I let everyone down and wasn't able to stay on the 2 tables, but it was a good session for me, a little win. And that's the end of the video.